Positively indecent.
Look where he did to me.
Your conduct was disgusting. It isn't done. It isn't done. Strangle. Strangle. Indecent. Indecent. And a man dying of thirst. Forget water. Disgusting. You're mad. Mad.
Come back soon, won't you? Come back. Come back.
You're trapped. You're trapped. You've got to go.
I'll agree to lay off for 48 hours. But I give you my word, if you don't succeed, I'll come in here, seal every door, place everybody under technical arrest, take fingerprints, conduct a rigid inspection. I don't care if the whole world knows it. There have been 6 murders committed all in the same circumstances. The evidence points here.
Another one.
If you only knew the things that have happened.
Are you worried about your father?
Yes, I am. Terribly.
Oh, the only thing I'm concerned about is your safety.
Say, what's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? Nothing at all. Only all last night I lay down with a bunch of stiffs. Look at a lot of goofy guys, let a dame poke a gun in my stomach, and then I take a trick cigar from a dumb policeman.
It is my theory that one of us in the past, from dire necessity, was driven to cannibalism. The memory of that act was hammered like a nail into the mind of that man. Shrewd and brilliant. He could conceal his madness from the human eye, even from himself, but he can't conceal it from the eyes of the radio sensitivity.
one of them, my peacock.
You're convinced that the thing on this table isn't human?
Its cries are human.
Do you know what it is, what I began with?
No.
An animal. Well, we may as well discuss this frankly, now that you know the facts. I wanted to prove how completely she was a woman.
I'm not beaten. Get everything ready.
For what?
This time I'll burn out all the animal in her. I'll make her completely human.
Death, eternal punishment for anyone who opens this casket.
The mummy. Is it dead or alive? Human or inhuman? You'll know. You'll see. You'll feel the awful, creeping, crawling terror that stands your hair on end and brings a scream to your lips. There's nothing on earth like the mummy.
You will not remember what I show you now, and yet I shall awaken memories of love and crime and death.
Now I know his horrible plan. He is going to kill her and make her a living mummy like himself.
Dr. Miracle in the Rue Morgue is guilty of 4 murders so far this week, and by now perhaps a 5th.
From Haiti, land of the voodoo, comes the most infamous cult of all. Bela Lugosi as Murder Legendre.
I see death.
Master of the undead damned. The sinister power behind the white zombie.
Zombies? Yes, they are my servants.
This soul killer takes men from their graves to be his slaves. His instruments of terror, and now this fiend plots to possess a woman.
Only a pinpoint, Monsieur Roman, in a glass of wine, or perhaps a flower.
Keep it, monsieur. Keep it. You may change your mind.
Not dead? Are you mad? I saw her die. The doctor signed the certificate. I saw them bury her.
Captive in the borderland between life and death. Her brain drained of the life spark. The white zombie obeys the unholy commands of her demon master. As mindless creatures carry out his cursed will, terror explodes in horror and heartquake.
Zombie! Allez, allez!
Never eyes so evil, never powers so potent, never magic so black. Bela Dracula Lugosi as the master of the white zombie.
Exquisite. Almost as beautiful as the original. Someday I hope to have to restore Marie Antoinette.
What's the matter, sir?
Nothing at all, my boy. I should like to meet your friend.
Why, certainly, sir.
You will always be beautiful. Think, my child. In 1,000 years, you will be as lovely as you are now. Come.
No!
Come!
Let me go! Let me go!
Don't be afraid, my dear. In a few minutes, the container will have filled with wax. And when it overflows, your beauty will be preserved forever.
She may be more dangerous now, than when they had her locked in a cell.
Hammond wants our money. He murdered me. You are next.
What's this?
Grant! What's happening? Ah!
Those windows are shut. We've got to find the doctor. Why'd you bring me here?
We're millionaires, boys. I'll share it with all of you. Why, in a few months, it'll be up in lights on Broadway. Come! The eighth wonder of the world!
Wild, weird, wonderful. The stuff for which movies were made. Adventure, to make you wonder if it's true, while your eyes convince you that it is. Truly, the thrill of thrills. Don't miss it this time.
But I'm just another trouble. You told me not to come on the boat.
Good night, kid.
Good night.
Ah, that's what everybody thinks who's never been there.
Skipper, believe it or not, there's a little calm. What?
A little... How little?
It's horrible, I tell you. Working on the dead. Trying to bring back life. It's not natural. You with your weird idea. Haven't I stayed here and nursed dying dogs? Yeah. And even that miserable cat? Agony! I can't stand this torture! Stealing through my body, creeping through my veins, pouring in my blood. Oh, darts of fire in my brain.
Authentic relic of the Black Room. One of the most horrible legends that has ever come out of the Dark Ages. Imagine a baron of an old castle. A baron who fascinates women with an almost hypnotic attraction. He loves them violently and then he murders.
I don't mean to frighten you, Tim, but Gregor's a monster. Don't you feel it?
Every time he comes near me.
I must ask you to do one thing. Never allow yourself to be alone with him for a minute. Will you promise me that?
Of course, Dad.
Ask him what became of my sister.
Your sister?
Yes, and the other woman.
Take him away.
Ask him what becomes of all the women. Why are they never seen again?
He went to wed the beautiful tale.
There! It's the man who murdered Colonel Haskell.
He escaped and hid in the Black Room.
Oh, sir, she's gone. The monster. He's got her.
Yeah, this is Peter Lorre speaking.
I couldn't resist the temptation to call you. I just read of your new picture that you're to make.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Thanks for your interest.
Oh, I thought you were magnificent in M.
And just the other night I saw your new picture, The Man Who Knew Too Much.
What character are you going to play?
Oh, it's the most unusual story. You know, it's a great love drama. I am to be a half-mad scientist. I, a poor peasant, have conquered science. Why can't I conquer love? He shall be shut up when it's I who am mad. But nobody knows that. Yes, each man kills the thing he loves.
Let no one leave. Move only at your peril. We will not stop until we have discovered the vampires who seek the life of this beautiful girl and her lover. Watch out! They may be hovering over you, or you, or you! Danger stalks through the night. No one is safe.
Their fury would follow us to the ends of the earth. No, we must destroy them all together.
Scourge of mankind, they shall be found. I hereby summon to this place next week every person within the sound of my voice. You shall be judges of this eerie conspiracy. Here we shall meet Lionel Barrymore, Elizabeth Allen, Bela Lugosi, Jean Herschel, Lionel Atwill. Mark of the Vampire.
We must seize the only specimen of the Mariphasa plant in England. That flower is the only known antidote for werewolfery.
A very interesting folk tale, but of no value to the police.
I warn you, sir, unless you secure this plant, there'll be an epidemic that will turn London into a shambles.
When my experiments are completed, I will show their results to the entire world. Not before.
Remember this, Dr. Glendon. The werewolf instinctively seeks to kill the thing it loves best.
You brought this on me that night in Tibet.
Sorry I can't share this with you.
sensational statement by the prefect of police today. It was admitted that Paul Levon, former bank president, convicted of looting his own bank and killing a watchman, escaped from prison 4 months ago.
Thank you 1,000 times, monsieur. You'll never know how happy it makes me to leave one of my dolls in your beautiful home.
There's something in this house.
This is an authentic little replica itself. Isn't it?
Hello! Whatever you are, in God's name, listen and have mercy. I'll confess.
He's come back.
Sander, look at me. What do you see in my eyes?
Death.
Do you like jewels, Lily? This is very old and very beautiful. Please don't come any closer. Her pulse is weak, Dr. Goss. Growing weaker. All your skill can't help her now. She's under a spell that can be broken only by me. Or death. I am Dracula's daughter.
This is the nebula in Andromeda. A ray from this nebula will be caught here and electrically transferred to the projector in my laboratory.
From Andromeda?
750,000 light years distant. I leave my secret with you. It is all there. More power than man has ever possessed. Power to heal, power to destroy.
You're poisoned.
Poisoned? And everyone I touch is poisoned. They die.
If your men fail to capture him at the gate, then at midnight we bolt all doors and darken the entire house. His face and hands will appear like phosphorus.
And if he touches anyone,
they die.
Nothing can stop it.
You want to go first?
Yeah. No, certainly not. Ladies always go first.
Nice.
Watch that step. Watch it. It's got me. It's got my hands. It's got. Jeez. It's this hand. It's this. Oh. Hurry up. I feel like a mouse. Get me out of this.
In the event that the heir hereinafter named should prove to be of unsound mind, or if said heir should become insane or should meet death within a month of inheriting, then my estate is to be given to the person whose name is contained in envelope number 2.
Why, that will is practically an invitation to commit murder.
I remember a situation almost like this in an old play called The Fatal Hour, or She Should Have Known Better. At the end of the second act, the leading man takes the heroine in his arms and he kisses her. And then, filled with new courage, he starts out after the villain.
And, of course, comes back in the third act.
Oh, sure. No. As a matter of fact, in the third act, he's found dead in the bathtub. Why, there's nothing. Hey, wait a minute. This is loose. Hey, what's this? Listen, baby, don't be surprised if we discover an old skeleton in here. Well... Joyce! Joyce!
Answer it, Jake. What was that?
What do you intend to do?
First of all, find the man who killed my father.
Does it say anything else?
No. What do you want me to do? Just a minute. Something's happened to the lights.
Hello.
Hello, Holt speaking. Get this through to the hue and cry. Wanted for murder. Dr. Orloff, 48, hair graying, blue eyes.
disease or destroy the world.
Take this girl away. Come on, lady.
Captain West, I want to know the connection between this plane crash and Dr. Zorka's death. And unless you tell me...
All right, arrest her.
It must work. As the Phantom, there is nothing that I cannot do.
Plane 8 miles off Devil's Point, heading for the Navy anchorage. Bob, look!
Humanity's most dangerous secret, the forbidden barrier that science must never cross. But in an amazing climax to a revolutionary medical discovery, its terrible power is delivered into the ruthless hands of a man the world once destroyed, a revenge-haunted genius, taking his name from the unknown inferno from which he returns, Dr. X, the mark of a madman who lives to kill, and who must kill to live.
Dr. Xavier?
Yes, I am Dr. Xavier.
You can't be.
I'll be very careful. I've always been careful, even though I had to kill.
You're the blood killer.
About me.
I didn't have to. They found out for themselves.
You're lying. Does he know everything?
No, only that I brought you back to life.
I should really kill you, Flake, for what you've done to me.
Only give me a little longer.
1 week. That's all.
There's a killer loose in the city, and you can help us find him.
I told you I don't know anything.
What about that fella Kane?
What about Kane?
My work ended not in failure, but in disaster. Disaster for me,
Disaster for Mr. X. The necessity for additional transfusions of human blood became increasingly frequent.
Gentlemen, I am responsible for the...
Years ago, in the barony of Frankenstein, a monster created by man stalked through the country, maiming and killing. In time, Frankenstein, maker of the monster, died. The monster disappeared. Now, after 20 years, the son of Frankenstein returns, and fear grips the village anew. A man tainted by the blood of his father can forget his human soul and carry on the diabolical work of the Frankenstein.
As a man, I should destroy him. But as a scientist,
I should do everything in my power to bring him back to conscious life. Benson, turn on the generator.
Produced on a vast scale, Universal Son of Frankenstein presents the most fearsome cast in the history of the screen. Basil Rathbone. In his heart, warm human emotions. In his mind, the monster mania.
It's alive.
Alive, you mean?
Yes, alive,
But
alive.
I thought you said our experiments
I know. I too thought we failed, but we haven't. I've actually seen it walk.
Karloff, rising from the past to spread new terror. Lugosi, sinister, mysterious, evil.
You see that? They hanged me once.
Lionel Atwill, grim hatred in his blood.
One doesn't easily forget, Herr Baron. An arm torn out of the roots.
Josephine Hutchinson, her young beauty a magnet to the menace around her.
I hate it here, Wolf. I'm terribly afraid all the time.
By heaven, I think you're a worse fiend than your father. Where is this monster? Where is he? I'll stay by your side until you confess. And if you don't, I'll feed you to the villagers.